Hi everyone, what is up? My name is Hayley. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you did not know, now you do. Hey you guys, what's up? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Louis Vuitton Murakami collection drop scandal fiasco that everyone is talking about on YouTube right now. I'm going to give my unwanted opinion on the matter. So with that being said, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know down below in the comment section if you purchased an item, if you wanted an item, if you have anything from the previous collection. I would love to know. And so how I'm going to start this video, I think I'll go over the things that I like from the collection. There aren't that many, and to be completely honest, I was never a fan of the original Murakami drop. I do think some items are relatively cute, and I understand the influence and impact they have on people's lives, or had on people's lives back in the 2000s, like early 2000s. But for me, it was never something that I really gravitated towards. There were, like I said, a few pieces that I liked, but even with this collection, I wasn't really into it, to be completely honest. But the couple of items that I do like from the collection are, number one, the Carryall Vibe MM, which is shocking in my opinion because I don't like silver that much. I don't like black that much. I prefer the white in this collection, but I would say out of all the bags, the Carryall Vibe MM is probably my favorite, or one of my favorites in this collection. The next item, is the Capucines Mini, of course. Also the Capucines BB, and then the multicolor key charm I thought was actually very cute. I don't have too many key charm, or not like key charms. It's a bag charm with a keychain, I believe, or something like that. I don't have too many chains for my bags or charms or anything like that, but I do think that this is pretty cute. I also thought the price tag wasn't horrible. I think looking at a lot of these items, which is something I'll talk about later in the video as well, I was trying to find things that in my opinion were worth the price, which wasn't a bunch. The multicolor LV cup in the PM size I also thought was pretty cool. If you're a coffee drinker, tea drinker, just hot beverage drinker, I thought it was pretty cute. And then the multicolor Robert toolbox which is a novelty in itself and also an honorable mention. Not to say that I would want it because I don't think I would use it, but the zippy wallet is a good price like standard, because when you're looking at the other zippy wallets in comparison, it actually isn't that much more, and or it's actually less. It's full leather. The interior has monogram canvas, but the outside is full leather. It's a pretty color. It has a nice zip pull, and I believe it was 1,220, but if you look at other zippy wallets in empreinte leather and other materials, they can range from, I would say, 900 to 1,500 plus. So I thought that was actually a competitive price point. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about, which in my opinion has ruffled a few feathers, is the packaging. And I believe this stems from influencers showing the PR packaging that they received around this collection, and it was magnificent. They had white boxes, they had nice ribbon, they had nice tissue paper, they had nice dust bags, they had nice cards, stickers, all of these things thrown into this free, that's like the underscoring point here, free Louis Vuitton item. And it just added so much like razzle dazzle to this collection. And then people get to the store, they get their item from online, and they get a normal Louis Vuitton box. Some people received, you know, ribbons and papers and maybe a bag, but a lot of people just received an orange box with a cute ribbon, and that was it. And for me, I thought it was sort of obvious that influencers receive PR, and the PR is not going to be what I receive as a normal consumer. 9.9 times out of 10, that's how it works. But I think because a few influencers made it such a gray area that you didn't know what to expect, or they made it seem like this is what you were going to get, a lot of people's expectations were so high of what this collection would entail. I do have to say, I feel for the people that purchased items from this collection expecting to have a more spectacular experience, especially when you're paying such a pretty penny for an item, because some of these items are almost double their normal leather or canvas like twin or counterpart, which is mind-boggling to me. With this collection, I believe Louis Vuitton did a few things wrong, or a few factors contributed to the anger that a lot of people are feeling right now, or perceiving the collection to be a flop in their eyes. And I believe the first thing that happened was that Louis Vuitton wanted to create a scarcity mindset. So they created small batches, and they only allowed, a limited number of items to go out, and they only allowed a certain group of people to purchase items. I believe there was miscommunication regarding the launch, like the hard launch date, the hard launch time, the pre-order links, the actual order links, VIC customers, normal customers. There was just a lot of hiccups. And so I think that they just created way too little trying to test the waters to see how popular the collection would actually be, and then they would make adjustments. I honestly believe that Louis Vuitton was being relatively conservative with this launch because they could not pinpoint how popular it would be. And I think that Louis Vuitton knew that the numbers were going to be, meaning price was going to be ridiculous. So they didn't know if people were really going to reach in their wallet and take out their little coins to pay for everything. So I feel like they have been monitoring the popularity, the purchasing power that people have, the ability and the want of people to actually go into a store and purchase an item, and they are going to put out a second batch. At least that's what the rumor is. And for me, that makes a lot of sense when you're looking at luxury as a whole. The last couple of months, it hasn't been as like forward moving as it has been in the past. It's generally stagnant right now. Some brands are pulling in decent numbers, but when you're comparing, today to 2 years ago, or during the pandemic, right before the pandemic, right after the pandemic, it's not the same. Not saying that they're doing bad, because that's really not what is happening. But when you're looking at other collections that they have put out recently, I don't think they have performed as well as they have hoped they would, because there are also collections that I have seen. I think I talked about this in my things I dislike or things I would like to purchase from Louis Vuitton. The Color Mania collection has been out for so long. And what I have noticed is that when a bag ends up on 24S from Louis Vuitton, or it stays on their website for an excessive amount of time, the collection has not or did not do as well as they anticipated, because it would also look really bad if one of their most limited, sought after, coveted collections, which is the Murakami collection, had so much excess that they didn't know what to do with it, that it would end up on 24S, or it would sit on the website for a very long time. Because what does it look like if Speedy, that is supposed to be one of the hottest, trendiest items to get, you're able to just purchase it whenever you go onto the website? At some point, you have to make something available, but not readily available. You have to make it seem like there's a hype, that there's scarcity, that it's in demand, and that will make more people want to purchase it. Moving into the next point, this item is a pretty freaking penny. When I saw the Keepall from this collection, what is it, the Keepall 55, you guys? I don't remember what number it was, but the Keepall from this collection being $5,000, when you can get a canvas Keepall for like 2,000 something bucks, I said, oh, oh my gosh, this is not my collection. I also think that they were trying to bridge the gap between secondhand sellers, like resellers, and normal people. They wanted to try to prevent the secondhand market from getting these items, because where can you go up for like 5,000 for a Keepall? Prices, or the pricing and the prices in themselves, was a humongous turnoff for me. I think a lot of people have complained about the pricing, but I'm also not one of those people that knocks a brand for their pricing, because price your item how you want to price your item, that's just going to dictate if I buy it or not. And so for me, it's dictating that I'm not buying it, because I just can't fathom for some of these items paying quadruple, no, double what the normal canvas or leather version of this bag would be, just to have, in my opinion, a not so like timeless or classic bag, unless that is your style. But if you're just buying this just to have this bag, I think there are so many other things that you can purchase, so many other bags, so many other collections that you can purchase that would be more useful. But that's just my opinion. And I know that no one asked for it, but I'm just telling y'all what I would do in this predicament. What I think Louis Vuitton was trying to accomplish with this pricing was getting rid of all of the excess inventory, because if people can't buy the bottom half of more affordable items, they might go towards the upper half of expensive items because they just want a piece of the collection. And B, I think they were trying to bridge the gap for people to dip their toes in more expensive items from the brand. So it could be a Capucines from the Murakami collection, or just from their staple collection of Capucines, because if you're looking at the Keep All for $5,000, for a little bit more money, you can get a normal Capucines, like I said, from their staple collection, or for like 2,000-ish plus bucks, which in my opinion, if you're spending $5,000 on a Keep All, you can afford $2,000 more for a Capucines. For $2,000 more, you can get one of their most elusive bags. Or you can spend a little less money and get a carry-all vibe, which in my opinion is a very beautiful bag from this collection that is, from my perspective as a consumer, a better purchase than the Keep All. You're gonna get more use out of it. It has, in my opinion, a higher tier level than the Keep All. You guys can disagree, but this is just my opinion on the matter. I wonder if this pricing had an impact on people's willingness to purchase from this collection. And I know I won't get any of this information, but it would be interesting to know if people went into Louis Vuitton, had an item in their mind that they would like to purchase from the collection, didn't necessarily know how much it was going to cost, saw the sticker and were like, oh no, I can't afford that, or oh no, I don't want to spend that much money on that item, and instead chose a normal Louis Vuitton item. If so, Louis Vuitton, in my opinion, killed two birds with one stone. They got people into the store to buy this very expensive collection. Everything was flying off the shelves. So if they weren't able to purchase an item due to it being sold out or due to the price tag being high, they still got customers maybe to buy an alternative that was from the collection or wasn't from the collection. So in my opinion, it's a win-win situation for them. So people may be complaining about it on social media, but nonetheless, Louis Vuitton won. The rumor is that they're going to introduce a new wave of items. They're going to replenish stock. And I think that makes sense, because it doesn't make sense that they would put so much emphasis on this collection to only have this very limited number of items be put out. Just the website landing page, the cute, what is it, cursor of the mouse when you're going over the items, the packaging, the PR, the campaign, just the money and the effort they put in to the release of this collection. It would make no sense if what happened when it was released, I don't remember what day it was, especially today, but a couple of days ago when it was released, that would be it, because it was so lackluster. It fell short at so many levels. And so I personally believe that they're going to have more things in stock, and they're not as limited as you guys may think. And so my closing words for this video are that I hate when luxury brands play in my face. I have stated this over and over again. I hate when I'm trying to spend a lot of money on an item and I have to go through so many hoops to be able to do that. It should not be difficult to spend money on a luxury item. And what I have learned is that limited edition releases and collections are not for me, because 9 times out of 10, I get my hopes up and I get upset. And for me, I always have to remember that it's just an item. It's not like I'm fighting someone for the last basket carton of eggs at the grocery store. No, I am getting upset that I'm not getting a $5,000 bag that other people are fighting and scrambling to get as well. I'm sticking to the normal, how do you say, collections and assortments that are offered at boutiques, at stores, brands, luxury, mid-range, non-luxury. I'm not going to put too much effort into special collections. There are some items that I really love that come out that are limited edition or special, but I sometimes just have to turn off the internet for a while, turn off social media for a while, and not get sucked into the hype, because a lot of times it can have an impact on your mental health as well. And it really shouldn't be doing that. And so that is it. Like I stated, keep your eyes open to see if there are more releases or more replenishments, and ask your SA, or just ask SAs in stores if they have items, because you would be surprised how many Louis Vuitton stores have stock readily available right now. And so I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.